clean home is a happy one, then organization may be the key to a successful marriage. Our next guest believes that couples who clear the clutter together stay together. Meryl Starr is a professional organizer. She's a best-selling author and owner of Let's Get Organized. Yeah, you're the owner of Let's Get Organized.
That's
it's your
right.
business, right? It's not just a book.
Right.
She's brought with her 3 couples who have different types of organizational problems, and we'll see if we can solve them. Meryl, great to meet you.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me here.
Okay, so why does disorganization lead to unhappy marriages?
Because there's so much negativity and so much clutter. Once you clear the clutter and lift the negativity, there's all happiness.
Fantastic. Okay, so here
easy.
are some real-life couples.
Yes.
And you have helped declutter. Let's meet them and see what their problems were first.
Absolutely.
Brian and Karen. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Great to have you here. These guys were the disorganized couple. What did you mean by that?
Yes. Well, they moved in together. They were living out of boxes, and they had no closet. So we had to shop. We actually went right here to Container Store, bought them a closet, put it together, and that was the start of it all for them.
Karen, what was your life like when you had no closet?
Messy. We had just clothing everywhere.
You had clothing everywhere, and how did you ever find anything to get dressed in the morning?
I mean, it was very haphazard. We just sort of picked up what was on the floor and, put it on.
Okay, so how has this changed their lives now?
You know, the first thing that I did for them was I said, you know what, change out your closets, and that's what everybody could do at home. Change out your hangers. New hangers. Save some space. They make your clothes look great. So that was the first thing that we did for them. The other thing is, after we organized the closet, they had so many clothes left over that they didn't know what to do. I said, you know what, why don't you guys do a fashion show for each other and decide. Brian didn't like what Karen was wearing, so he said, that's going to go. So that was great. So that was what they did together.
So you did a fashion show, and what had to go?
About 90% of my college t-shirts, so all of my frat shirts.
The concert tees, AC/DC had to
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
That's
High
right.
school lacrosse t-shirts.
And how's your relationship better now?
It's much better.
Much more uncluttered.
That's good. Let's look at some after pictures of your home. I think we've seen them before.
Actually,
and we're going to see some after pictures. Maybe. Look at that.
Yes,
Nicely
that's an organized
done.
living after shot.
Nicely
Beautiful.
done. Okay, let's go over here to meet.
Okay.
We want to meet this couple because they have a typical problem. One is messy, one is neat. This is Benji.
No.
That's them.
That's
This
okay.
is David and Adeline. These guys were combining 2 apartments into one. What was the challenge?
They had 2 of everything. 2 coffee makers, 2 toasters, 2 pots and pans, but they couldn't really decide what they wanted to keep. So I said to them, you know what, take the emotion out of it and only keep what is going to be practical to your lifestyle.
Was that hard, Adeline, to take the emotion out of it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But we did it with the help of Meryl.
That's great. How did you guys do it?
Well, I liked my coffee, Mr. Coffee, and she liked her French press, and Meryl
Mary
said,
got direct suggested.
Wow, a beautiful compromise right here.
Able to have one for me, one for but it's ours together. We each have our own coffee style. And we got rid of a lot of pots that I had that were my mom's. Not necessary to keep. Not necessary to keep.
But it is emotional, and the reason that we hang on to stuff and it ends up being cluttered, I know this feeling, is because you hate to part with it.
Absolutely, of course. But it was more important for us to be happy with each other.
Right.
And
that was the
Meryl helped us with that.
That's beautiful. I think we see a picture of their after you made the changes. Look at this paragon of organization.
Organized living. Thank you.
Oh my
thank you.
gosh, impressive, you guys. Thank you. Okay, here now are Benji and Elisa. These are, one's messy, one's neat. Who's which?
This is my
He's a pig.
This is my driving me crazy couple.
Okay, tell me,
He
tell
was
us.
driving her absolutely crazy
Because he's a pig.
because he had stuff all over the place. The manila envelopes, piles of it.
I am a little alarmed. The pig.
So what we did was we created him a man cave
A man cave.
in the garage.
Yeah.
And we set up a whole system for him to keep all
She
his
locked me in the
tools,
garage. She
his
doesn't want to-
memorabilia, all his stuff was in the
The
garage.
man cave is the answer. Has it changed your life?
I'm so happy with him. I cannot wait to get married, and I have Meryl to thank.
Oh, I love
Thank you, Meryl. You saved us. Meryl saved our relationship, Benji.
You heard it. Saved your relationship.
No, I mean, but the marriage thing.
She's your bridesmaid. It's an honor, Meryl Starr.
Well, it looks like 10 in the right direction. And thanks so much for showing us all of these guys.
So
They're great.
welcome.
Thanks, guys. Glad it all worked out. Let's go over to the guys for the cheese.
Benji from Howard Stern.
That was inspiring. Coming up, we head back to Daytona where we are waiting.